Hello there. How are we doing today? My name is Sonja with Daisy from Success Fitness, and today we're going to be doing a yoga Pilates fusion. So all we're going to need is a mat and maybe a little bit of water to sip on, and we're just going to get started. So all I would like you to do is nice and evenly place your feet underneath your hips. Just so to get a feel for your big toe, little toe touching, and your heels. Thank you, Row Roads, for sponsoring this class today. Just shift your weight slightly forward, slightly back. A little bit to the right, a little bit to the left. Just sort of swaying and find that center. Let's get those palms forward. Relax those shoulders. From here, I want you to take a nice deep breath in. And exhaling it out, let the shoulders go. And again, deep breath in. And exhaling. Centering yourself. This is your time. This next 45 minutes. Focus on just you, only you. Awesome work. Give me a nice deep breath. Reach those arms straight up towards the ceiling. Make yourself nice and tall. And exhale, create a nice big circle around you. Give me a nice little shoulder roll back. Let's do that again. Inhale, reaching it tall. And exhale, release. Nice shoulder roll back. One more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release. Nice shoulder roll back. Awesome work. Let's hold it right here. Let's just alternate those shoulder rolls. Try to get those hips in a little bit more. Moving through the knees. Softening them up a little bit. Just so let the whole body move a little bit and warming it up internally, externally. 2 and 1. Good work. We're going to balance on your left foot only. Your hands can sit right on your hips. So I'm going to circle that right knee. Give me a nice big circle around. Open that hip. And again, if you need to tap your foot down, just tap it down lightly. Okay, keep it nice and upright. 3. Good. We're going to pull the belly button just so slightly in. Don't just suck it in. 5, but use your core muscles to draw that knee up into that nice big circle. And again, give me 4 more. Balancing on the opposite leg. 3. 2 more. Last one. And release. Good. Shake it out. We're going to be balancing on your right leg this time. Yeah, we don't want you to just sit into it. I want you to stand up nice and straight. Opposite knee. Ready? Give me some nice big circles. Find that balance. And again, 2. Good. And again, 3. Good. Draw that knee up. Use your core. 4. 5. 6. Good. We got 4 more. 3 more. Last 2. 1 more time. And release. Good. Shake it out. We're going to go to the end of the mat. Again, placing your feet right underneath your knees, right underneath your hips. Give yourself a nice deep breath. This time we're going to go into a forward fold. From here, chin tucked under, all the way down towards your feet if you can. Let yourself angle, let your head go. Let your shoulders go, rolling it back up 1 vertebrae at a time. Arms come out to the sides, pressing those palms together. Exhale into your heart. And again, inhale, reaching it up tall. Hold it, slide a little bit more of a back bend, hinge it forward. Hold it right here, soften those knees if you need to, so that we can touch the floor. Right foot goes back, high lunge position, opening the chest. Left leg goes back, plank position. Spreading those fingers evenly, pressing your weight into each palm. Dropping your knees to the floor, point your toes back, child's pose, sitting back in those heels. Arms extended. From here, we're gonna dig those elbows in, scoot your nose forward, up dog, opening through the chest, rolling the shoulders down your spine. Tuck your toes under, downward dog. Nice little knee position, realigning those hands. Head going right through the arms. Good work. Stepping that right foot back forward, high lunge position. Straddling that front leg with both of your hands. Fingertips are aligned with your toes. Lowering the hips down so you feel that stretch in those hip flexors. Step that left leg in, forward fold, letting yourself just dangle. Let your head go, let your shoulders go. Rolling it up one vertebrae at a time. Arms come out to the sides. Pressing the palms together. Exhale into your heart. Inhale, reaching it up tall. We're going to do the other side. Into your forward fold. Let your head go, let your shoulders go. Softening those knees, step your left leg back. High lunge position, opening up through the chest. Your front ankle and knee is aligned. Lowering that hip down. Stepping that right foot back, plank position, belly button pulls in strong. We don't want to be arching through that lower back here. Feel the strength of the whole body holding you in this nice, powerful position. Dropping to the knees, child's pose, arms extended. Digging those elbows in, scoot your nose forward into the up dog, rolling the shoulders down your spine. Moving around a little bit, really tune in with your body. See what's tight, what's not quite moving today. Don't force anything, tuck your toes under. And again, downward dog, all the way up. It's like you have a string attached to the tailbone. Around a little bit into that downward dog. Head going right through those arms. Left leg steps forward, high lunge position. Holding it right here, lengthening through that hip. Feel those hip flexors working. We're going to drop that back knee down. We're going to follow up with the back leg onto all fours. So we're going to hold it right here. I should get a nice even position so your knees should be right underneath your hips. We're going to go into our cat and cow for 10. Ready? Exhale, tucking the tailbone under, shift your weight just a tiny bit back. Head goes under. Inhale, releasing it into the arch. And again, exhale, cat. And inhale. And again, exhale. What I love with the cat and cow is that we're not only moving through the spine and the abdomen, but we're internally working through those organs. And again, pressing it through. Don't force this, right? If you get any lower back type discomforts, just go through a range that works for you. And again, 6. And release. We're going to do 4 more. And release. Good. 3 more. And release. Last 2. And release. We're going to pull the belly button just so slightly in. So what we're going to feel is a nice little bracing off the core. So if you pull that belly button just so slightly in, not enough that we're tucking the tailbone back under. We want to be right in the middle of those 2 moves. Okay? Let's hold it right here. We're going to let your right leg extend all the way behind you. Lifting it up a tiny bit higher. And we're going to do similar cat and cow, pulling the knee towards your chest. So we're going to round your spine slightly into it, pulling the knee towards your chest, and extending it back out. Okay? Keep going. 2. And extend. 3. And extend. 4. And extend. Exhale on the pull. Inhale on the extension. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. And release. Good. Don't rush from one side to another. So just sort of, again, Sort of trying to find where the center is. Pull the belly button in to start off with, engaging through the core. Opposite leg, pointing the toes, lifting it slightly higher. Get ready, balancing yourself, pulling the knee in towards your chest, rounding through the spine. Extend 1. And again, 2. Exhale out, 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 10. Good work. We're going to sit back on those heels, arms extended. Nice little child's pose. Coming back forward on all fours. We're going to go into a plank position. So we're going to take both feet back, knees off the ground. Again, we want to spread those fingers, evenly pressing into each palm. Imagine a string attached to your tailbone. We're going to lift your tailbone up towards the ceiling into your downward dog. Once you're in that downward dog, I really want you to realign this downward dog, holding those feet a little bit closer if you can. If you can't drop the heels down, don't worry about it. Right, only go as low as you can. Pulling the knees up into your thighs. Head going through the arms. We're going to walk your hands and feet together into a forward fold. Nice and slowly rolling it up, one vertebra at a time. Arms come out to the sides. Into your prayer. Exhale into your heart. Inhale, reaching it up. Walking your legs back into that forward fold. Rolling it all the way back up. Arms come back out to the sides. Prayer position. Inhale, reaching it up. Forward fold. Walking back, plank position. Should feel a little bit warmer here. We're going to do right leg lifts. Ready? Hold it here. 1. Just a right leg. 2. 3. 4. If it gets too hard, drop the knee. 5. 6. Yeah. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Switching to the other leg. Ready? And go 1. 2. 3. It's too hard. Drop it down. 4. 5. 6. Handstand underneath your shoulder. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Dropping down to both knees into your child's pose. We're going to push your palms together, prayer, and then pressing the hands behind your head as much as you can. Hold it, giving those wrists a break. Releasing those hands back down, popping it back up on all fours. Keeping those hands underneath your shoulders. Arching through that lower back. Tuck your toes back under, downward dog. We're going to walk your feet a little bit closer towards each other. Right leg lifts up, 3-legged dog. Open up the hip here. Pushing, flexing your feet. Pressing the heel up towards the ceiling. Opening up that hip so we don't get your rotated clothes. I want you to open it up. We're going to close it down, pulling the knee towards your chest. And going all the way back up. 1, without the twist this time. 2. To the ceiling. 3. To the ceiling. 4. 5. We're going to take that right foot all the way through this time until we're in a high lunge position. How are we doing there? Hold it. We're going to be straddling that front leg in that high lunge. Back leg is nicely stretched back. Your left hand comes in a little bit closer towards the instep of that right foot. We're going to open it up into a twist. Looking up towards the thumb. Keeping a knee pushed towards your chest. Keep holding it. Nice and controlled. We're going to come back down. That top hand is now going to the inside of that foot that's in front. And we're going to try to twist the other way. Okay? Ready? You may not go as far. The balance will be a little bit more challenged here. Keep your knee pushed towards your shoulder. Keep your arm aligned with that shoulder at the top. Don't forget to breathe. Taking the hands back down. Hold it right here. Step the leg back into the plank position and hold. Dropping to the knees into your child's pose. Give yourself a little breather. Back up on all fours. Arching through that lower back. We're going to do the other side. So we're going to move back into your downward dog. Ready? Tuck your toes under. Arching through that lower back. If you need help with the downward dog, having a chair, perhaps doing it against the wall. There's a few different ways of doing your downward dog depending on your level. Up we go. Head going through again. Pull the knees up. Heels pressing down. Walking your feet a little closer towards each other. This time your right foot stays put. Left leg comes up. Flex your foot. Open the hip. Rotate the foot back close. Knee to chest. And back to the ceiling without a twist. 1, 3, 4, one more. 5, take it all the way through high lunge position. Holding it right here, lowering that hip down into that stretch. Right hand slides a little closer towards that left foot. Left hand reaches up. Chest stays, knees stays close to your chest. Balancing it out, looking up towards your thumb. Don't forget to breathe. Take that left hand back down, but this time we're going to take it into the inside of that foot. Hold your balance, press your knee towards your shoulder. Right hand comes up. A little bit more balance here, a little bit more challenge to hold it. Pushing that knee to your shoulder. Keep holding it. 4, 3, 2, releasing it back down, plank position, stepping that foot up. Spreading those fingers. Dropping to the knees into your child's pose. Pushing the palms together, prayer behind your head. And releasing it back on all fours. Good job. We're going to go back into that plank position. But this time we're going to stay on your knees. Make sure your hands still stay underneath your shoulders. What we don't want is pressing away from your shoulders. So hands are right underneath your shoulders, semi-plank position. I would like you to have your hands a little bit closer towards each other so they're right underneath your shoulders. We're going to bend into the elbows. We're going to go into your crocodile or staff pose. Keep your elbows close to the side like you're trying to push ups halfway and hold. Should not be easy. 4, 3, keep holding it. 2, and then all the way down. Right? It should be challenging on those triceps. We're going to roll the shoulders down your spine, lifting from the shoulders. If this is plenty for you, go right to here. You can take it up a little bit higher, lift a little bit higher into that up dog. An up dog just means that you have a little more freedom to the hips. They can lift a little bit more. It becomes a bit more to a cobra too. That's okay. Releasing it all the way back down. Tuck your toes under. Hands underneath your shoulders into your downward dog. Lifting those hips all the way up towards the ceiling. Creating that nice little V position, pressing those heels back down towards the mat, spreading those fingers, push those knees up into your thighs. You feel a little bit limber, a little bit more limber, a little bit warmer. Head going right through. Walking those hands and feet together into a forward fold position. We're going to hold it right here. What I like you to do is getting that back as flat as you can. So really try to press your chest towards the floor. Walk your feet gently, your hands out a little bit. Fingertips are still touching. If your back is still grounded here, you're like, nope, it's not going to happen. We need to be attached to something. So what you can do is just put your hands to your knees. So long your back stays nice and flat. Hold it right here. Walk your hands back towards your feet, rolling it up. Arms come out to the sides. All the way back down into a forward fold. Walk your feet back, plank position. Belly button pulls in. Drop to the knees. Point your toes back. Halfway down, staff pose. Work through the triceps. All the way down. Roll the shoulders down and back into that up dog. Shoulders back. Releasing it all the way back down. Toes tuck under. Downward dog. Pressing those heels towards the floor. Relaxing through the head, through the neck. Walking the feet back into the plank. Dropping back to the knees. Side plank. I can only see. Good job. Dropping the hip down. Holding it right here. Elbow drops down. I'm going to go back into that side plank. So hand comes back up. Lifting the hips back off the ground. We're going to take that top hand. I'm going to thread the needle. We're going to go right under. And opening it up one. And again, right under. And two. The more we twist under, the more that core needs to work. 3, 2 more, 4. Last one, 5. Hold it right here. We're going to drop that hip down. Arm extends down towards the knee. We're going to lift the hip and we're going to extend your arm above your head. 1. Drop it back down to the knee. Lifting it back up. 2. How are we doing? And again. 3. 4. Good job. 1 more. And 5. Good work. We're going to take it back to the front. Pushing ourselves back up into a child's pose, arms extended. Back up on all fours. Tucking your toes under. Downward dog. Back to your plank. We're going to drop one knee. One hand goes in. We're on the side plank to the other side. Opening it up through the chest. Opening it up through the hips. Dropping the hip down. Elbows drop down. Keeping it on that knee. Lifting it up, side plank on the elbow. Threading the needle for 5. Down we go. Opening it up. And again, 2. Opening it up. And again, 3. 2 more. Wrapping it under. Last one. Good. Hold it right here. Dropping the hip. Hand goes to the knee. Reaching that arm up. Lifting the hip 1. And again, back down. And again, 2. And back down. And again, 3. And back down. 2 more. Awesome, last one. And back to the belly. We're going to stay on the elbows, tuck your toes under, lifting those hips into a plank. Hold it. This is too hard, drop down to the knees. Back stays nice and flat, your head stays in that nice and neutral position. Hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and releasing it down. Hands go right underneath your shoulders, pushing it back into a child's pose. Pressing ourselves back up on all fours. From here, we're going to go into a high lunge position. So we're going to step our left foot forward. In my case, so the foot closest, furthest away from you. And we're going to lift your knee up into a high lunge. And what I'd like you to do is step in just a little bit closer so we can find a little bit of a better balance. It might be a little bit rounded to start, but we're going to get those hands up on top of that front knee. There you go. Reaching those arms all the way up and sliding back. Find your balance, high lunge position. Leaning, opening it up. We're going to take your back foot and we're going to drop the heel, but turning that foot into a 70-degree angle. Turn your torso towards me. Arms extend to the sides, warrior 2. We're going to open that left palm. Glute, that left thigh. Your torso is still turned towards me, so just because we're here doesn't mean we're going to rotate to there. So your whole torso is rotated towards me. Your arms are here, but then you're just gazing yourself to the palm. Reverse warrior, nothing changes in your torso, nothing changes in your legs. So I'm not going to come up, I'm going to hold it. Backhand slides down to the knee, opening the palm, warrior 2. Reverse warrior, leaning back. Back to warrior 2. Just pivoting back, nothing changes in the legs, feel the strength. Keep your torso open. Resting your left arm down to that left thigh. Right hand reaches up, side angle pose. Nice straight line. Think about your foot all the way up to your fingertips. Lengthening it out. Look up towards the sky. Opening up your torso. Don't forget to breathe. We're going to drop both hands back down. High lunge position. Turning that back foot. Dropping the back knee down, pointing the toes back. Nice and slowly coming back up on top of the knee. Both arms come up. Leaning slightly back. Taking both hands back down. Taking that back knee back into a plank position. Downward dog. Realigning yourself. Let your head go. Left leg steps forward. High lunge position on the other side. And again, try to get that nice stretch in the hip flexors to start. Stepping that back foot just a tiny bit closer, not too close. We still want your front leg to do some work here. So your quad and your glute, and pushing you back upright. Find your balance, ankle and knees aligned. Arms go straight up, leaning back. Your back foot is going to turn out. This time your torso is going to turn away from me. Arms come out to the sides. Warrior 2. Opening your right palm, looking at your right open palm. Your right leg is working hard. Your hip, knee, and ankle are aligned. You're not popping that knee in or out. It's going to stay nice and neutral. Relax the shoulders. Reverse warrior. Slide that left hand back. Opening up your torso. Don't straighten the front leg. Your leg is bent. Warrior two. Nothing's changed. I'm gonna bend those arms. Your right thigh should be working very hard right now. Resting your left hand down. Side angle pose. Reaching that arm away, looking up towards the ceiling. Hands go back to the floor, pivoting that back foot into a nice level position, matching the hip. Right foot goes back, plank position, spreading those fingers, belly button pulls in. Dropping both knees, child's pose, arms extended. All the way back up. We're going to turn ourselves around onto your back. Pulling the knee into your chest. Give yourself a gentle rock side to side. We're going to place our feet flat on the ground. We want your ankles, knees, and hips aligned with each other. We're going to do a small little pelvic tuck. I want you to think about your pubic bone pulling towards your navel. We're going to exhale, pulling it in. Achieve a little tiny lower back arch. And then we're going to pull everything back in so that the lower back is pushing back down. And again, releasing it and pulling it back in. Lower abdominals are working here. And exhale, pulling it back in. It's like you're tightening it all up. You're loosening it. And you're tightening it. Good work. And again, two more. Last one, don't forget to breathe. And pulling it in. Good work. I'm going to keep it semi-pulled in, really being aware of the belly button pulling down towards the floor. I'm going to pull one knee towards your chest. We're going to hang on to it gently. Your outside hand is going to go behind that knee to start. Your inside hand is going to go towards the ankle. Opposite leg extends down towards the floor, but not resting. Head and shoulders come off the mat, chin tucked in. We're going to change legs. Ready? Single leg stretches. And go switch. 1. And switch. 2. 3. 4. Lifting from the shoulders. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. We're going to do 10 more here. If this bothers your neck, just lower your head back down. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Pulling both knees back in. We're going to rotate your head over to one side, stretching the neck. And taking the head over to the other side, stretching through the neck. Back to the center, really trying to pull those knees nice and snug in towards your chest as much as you can. This time we're going to take both hands behind you. We're going to lift your head up here. So similar to the legs, single leg stretch, we're going to do a bicycle, right? So we're going to keep your shoulders lifted. I really want you to think shoulder to opposite knee, okay? Elbows open up on you. One leg extends. Ready? Over to the opposite knee and switch. 2 and switch. 3. Notice I go nice and slow. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10 more here. And go 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. And 10. Good. Pulling those knees back in. We're going to use those knees to rock ourselves into a seated position. Excellent. We're going to be rolling like a ball. There's different ways of doing that. Shoulders down and back. We need a rounded spine for this because we need to roll on the floor. So I want you to take those feet off the ground. I want you to pull those knees slightly in, but not so snug, so a little bit in. We're going to round your spine. I want you to keep your legs exactly the same. So we're not going to pull them in and out as we're rolling. So just keep them here. We're going to roll it down, one vertebrae at a time. Use your momentum, come back up, but try not to touch the floor with your feet. All right, ready? Let's go. 1. If you're a little bit more advanced than this, 2. You can hold onto the ankles. 3. Okay, but not changing the angle off your legs. Hold it. Good. 4 more. Hold it. 3 more. Right, so we want that hold at the top so that the core is doing the work that it's supposed to. 2 more. Last one. And hold it. We're going to get those feet a little bit higher. Push those knees a little bit further away and your chest away. Belly button pulls in nice and tight. If you can let go of those hands. Keep holding it. It's like a plank type movement where we're staying nice and stable. Keep holding it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, mat, pelvic tucked in, hands stayed on beside you. We're going to go right into a bridge. So what we want to do is get your feet as close as you can in towards you, pressing those heels down. Pelvic tucks under, lifting it up 1, and 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way back. Think about your spine being a zipper. You're going to zip it up and zipping it back down. So don't just plonk your hips down. Sometimes a bit chunky, right? So a few vertebrae go down at the same time, and that's okay. But we're trying to loosen it all up in there. And again, 4, and release. And again, 5, and release. And again, 6, and release. You're doing awesome. 3 more. Massaging through that lower back. Last 2. And release. 1 last time. And release. Good work. We're going to take those arms a little bit more laterally out to the sides. Pelvic tucks in so the lower back stays nice and safe. Your feet come off the ground. Your legs are at a 90 degree angle. You press your feet, knees together. And then what we don't want is we don't want your knees to go closer in towards your chest. So I do want them away from you. And we're going to drop your knees over to one side without lifting the shoulders off the ground. Inhaling it. Now use your core as you're pulling those knees back up towards the center. And again, inhale down. And exhale, lifting it up 2. And again, nice and controlled. Only go as low as you feel comfortable. 3. 4. 5. Good. Use that core. Really focus on your center. 6. 7. 8. 2 more. 9. Very nice. Last one. And 10. Good. Legs go straight up towards the ceiling. We're going to take our hands behind your ears. We're going to lift your head, chin tucks under, lifting more from your shoulders so the upper abdominals have to work here. Pointing your toes up, alternating leg drops. One leg goes down, pedal to the floor, lifting it back up 1. Other side, 2, and lift. 3, and lift. 4. Keep your shoulders lifted. 5, 6, 7, 8. Still with me? You're doing awesome. 9, 10. Hold it right here. Try to do both legs in the same time. Again, we can press your feet and knees together. Only go as low as you feel comfortable. 1, and lift. 2, and lift. 3, and lift. Now, if that's just here to here, that's totally fine. But if you want to get a little bit more bent in there, then you can bend a little bit more into it if that's a little bit less invasive to that lower back. 3, 2, 1, and release, pulling those knees in. Good job. We're going to let one leg fully go down to the ground. Other leg is at a 90-degree angle. We're just going to let your knee come across the hips. We're going to look the opposite direction. Keeping the shoulders down. Getting that nice stretch into that hip region. Good work. We're going to release that. Opposite leg, 90-degree angle. Opposite hand grabs the outside of that knee. Then gently pulling along. Looking the opposite direction like you're pulling, keeping the shoulder down. And releasing it. We're going to hold it right here, hands just down beside your hips. Relaxing through the shoulders. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhaling it out. When you take in a nice deep breath in, I want you to think about the air going into your lungs, your diaphragm, all the way down into the belly. Expand the belly on the inhale. And exhale, pushing the belly button down towards the floor and pushing all the air out. And again, inhale. And pushing all the air out. If you can't expand that belly in and out, that means you're stopping at your lungs, your diaphragm, and you're not letting the air go deep down into the belly. Think about circulating the air through your body. So as you're inhaling, you're going to go all the way down the front of the body. And as you're exhaling, you're going to go all the way through the back of the body. And then expelling all the air back out. And again, inhaling. And exhale out. When you're doing some of your deep breathing type exercises, try to really take your time on the inhale and exhale. Try to maybe do only 1, 2, or 3 deep breaths in and out within 1 minute. We're going to slide those feet back in. We're going to get ourselves over on all fours. Nice and slow. You should be nice and relaxed at this point. We're going to come into your child's pose. Arms extended, head go right down towards the mat. We're going to come right up on all fours. Let's hold it right here. I'd like you to stick your tailbone up towards the ceiling, and we're just going to rotate those hips around one direction. Good, and then rotate the other way. And release, let's have a seat. I'm going to cross those legs. I'm going to hold it right here. I'm going to rest those hands just on top of the knees. Relax those shoulders down. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling it out. Move your head side to side. Just stretching through the neck. to the center. We're going to take our hands down to the floor. Walking your fingertips away from you. Stretching through the hips. Holding it right there. Walking your hands all the way back up. You did it. You did a fantastic job. Now, if you're nice and relaxed and you have a few extra minutes today, stay where you are. Continue your deep breathing. Spend a few minutes here really trying to loosen up through the spine. We did a lot of stretching today, a lot of core work today, so a nice little combination of the yoga Pilates. And I'll be seeing you tomorrow for some high intensity interval training, some full body conditioning on Friday, and then again next week, a full week of lots of fun stuff. If you're coming just for the yoga Pilates, we're here every Wednesday at 12 o'clock. And don't forget to check out all the other classes on YouTube that we've accumulated since March, and enjoy. Have a fantastic day. Namaste. Make sure you drink some hot water, some lemon, flush out those toxins in your system, and don't forget to breathe.